Seriously? When is this war dance going to start? The Sky Splitter has been hovering there for ages. When can we board and see what's inside?
Is this how long-life species live? Everything proceeds so slowly. The effectiveness of anticipation in my emotional center is at an all.
Relax. The Realm Keeping Commission will send boarding notices to all ticket holders. The Gazette said the Sky Splitter will fire a salute before the...
I saw the schedule for the first day of the tournament. Can you believe the Ringmaster accepted 4 challenges? And he's just a kid. So, who are you betting on?
I'm betting on neither. I lost all my credits betting on Roboball games in Taikian. This time, I've decided not to rely on probability games to accomplish my target of getting rich.
War dance. There you are. I heard you and Mr. Dan Heng went to meet the judges, and then a riot broke out in the shackling prison.
There was a revolt in the shackling prison. Fortunately, we were protected by the guards until the Cloud Knights arrived to rescue.
I was planning to take Miss March and Yun Li to Stargazer Navalia to see the Sky Splitter up close. They were acting strange, so out of curiosity, we decided to follow them. It turns out they were it seems they infiltrated Stargazer Navalia in order to prepare for Hulei's escape. And I wonder who provided them with those disguises. And how many more Borisin have taken advantage of the... Yeah, I heard them too. But I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint them. I've already reported... The security of the Luofu is more important to me than anything else. I need to fulfill my duties as a Cloud Knight Lieutenant before taking on... Those tourists just want to see some good sword fights. Anyone can participate in this kind of tournament. The real challenge lies beyond the ring on the Sky Splitter. If we don't capture the fugitives soon, Hulei will... Obviously, there's someone behind the scenes orchestrating this prison break, intending to spread chaos. If we fail to thwart their evil plan...
Well said. You may be tiny in stature, but your ambition matches that of the Yao Qing's warriors.
Hey, this has nothing to do with my height.
Yes, I suggested to Yanqing that we find a place to have a decent meal. A hunter must be well fed before the hunt.
You still have a good appetite, even in the face of disaster. You truly are the Merlin's Claw. Please finish the food quickly so we can get to work, General Feixiao.
Well, that's not up to me. Dig in. I called you here so you could enjoy the food.
Me? This isn't the time for a leisurely meal, and this is way too much for me.
Oh. You'd give me time to enjoy a meal, but not yourself? Ever since you encountered those Borisin spies, you've been so busy that you've hardly eaten anything. You can't defeat Hulei on an empty stomach. Take your time. Enjoy the meal and calm yourself.
Hulei's whereabouts are still unknown, and they've even taken Mr. Zhao Cho hostage. The longer we wait, the more complicated...
Zhao Cho always said I'm the most impatient person among the Cloud Knights, and I can't argue with that. So, there's no reason for you to be more anxious than me. I've fought against Borisin abominations for years, and I know their ferocity and cunning well. The Borisin were clearly well prepared for this prison break, and now they are staying in the shadows. They have no... When facing cunning and ferocious prey, the hunter must be more patient, biding their time to seize the golden chance for a decisive blow. Once Hulei loses his patience and reveals himself, that's when we'll strike.
But when will that time come?
Like I said, it's only one meal away.
General Hua Yan, the Skyfaring Commission has finished its preparations.
Representing the consensus between the Merlin's Claw and the Divine Foresight, I'll step in as the temporary commanding officer of the seat.
What is the situation at the shackling prison?
Hule made a quick escape and even sealed the gates of the prison. The good news is the two nameless who were trapped in the shackling prison are safe.
I know I shouldn't use the word great given the current situation, but I'm relieved that she and Don Hung are safe.
We've lost contact with one of the messengers from the Xianzhou. Don't worry, Yukong. Fei Shao is leading the wolf hunt operation, and you know how...
I have no doubt about General Fei Shao's capabilities, General Huaiyan. I'm more concerned about the wardens. According to the plan, the ceremony will begin in 6 hours. The Sky Splitter will be activated, but now, with Hulei's whereabouts unknown, everything is filled with uncertainty.
March is right, Grandpa. I heard the escaped prisoner from the shackling prison is beyond formidable. In case...
So, Yunli, what do you think we should do?
Well... I believe we should declare...
Your plan sounds solid, but unfortunately, solid plans rarely get a chance to be implemented. The first are the many travelers who have come all the way here for the war dance. If we declare martial law now, it's like declaring that the Law Fu isn't safe. How do you think the outsiders would react? They'd be terrified, and chaos might ensue. The second party is the staff of the Xianzhou Law Fu's 6 commissions. They've invested a lot of resources and manpower into organizing the war dance. Suddenly suspending it indefinitely would create numerous challenges. But of course, not everyone disagrees with you. The mastermind behind this incident would fully support your opinion, Hulei's escape and your discovery of Borison's spies at Stargazer Navalia. The fugitive is just one piece in the game. The one controlling the pieces wants to spread chaos and suspicion among the people on the Law Fu. If we declare martial law and postpone the war dance, we'll fall into their trap and instill fear in people even... We'll search for the prisoners while maintaining order on the Law Fu. Acting...
As if nothing has happened. Yan Qing said he'd assist the generals, and now he's nowhere to be found.
That's why I called the two.
Master Yunli, is General Huaiyan asking you to be the...
No, that's not...
General Huaiyan, are you...
You caught on quickly, Miss March. That's exactly what I...
But Miss March is a guest invited by General Jing Yuan, Grandpa. How can an outsider represent the Law Fu in the ring?
Dear child, the Nameless of the Astral Express are renowned throughout the cosmos. It's an honor to have them participate in the ceremony. Plus, we can't afford to have any problems during the war dance. I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also... Yukong, please explain to them...
I am sorry for our improper management, and I truly appreciate your assistance, General.
There is no need to apologize. We Cloud Knights fight on the battlefield while you judges punish the criminals. We are two sides of the same Xianzhou Law Fu, and it is my honor. I've grasped the situation of the prison break. Now tell me more about the current state of it.
Borison infiltrated the prison in disguise and released the prisoners, spreading chaos. Among the judges on duty in the 4 divisions, Judge Shui from the detention division was killed and is temporarily unavailable. So, I'm taking over her duties and commanding Arumaton spectral envoys and spiritfarers to quickly...
I and the 2 behind me will go deeper into the prison to...
But, General, the situation inside...
It's common for Cloud Knight generals to face danger directly. Hule has escaped, and the Yaoqing envoy is being held. Not only did the Merlin's Claw offer no reproach, she decided to go after Hule herself to prevent further calamity. I believe the Law Fu owes her something in return. How did the infiltrators learn about the location where Hule was held? And how did they time their plan just before the Yaoqing messenger? Finding the answer to these questions shouldn't be too difficult.
I understand, but I'm afraid it won't be an easy task.
For a long time, this hidden force has been pursuing their own goals and undermining the security of the Luofu. Backing down now will only encourage them to...
The Ten Lords Commission will support your decision with everything we have, General.
Dan Heng and Ling Sha. I'll need both of you to accompany me on this challenging journey.
Well, it's part of my responsibilities as the Cauldron Master. So, where would you like to start?
Let's start with those Borisin disguised as Foxy.
My people have already prepared the evidence. According to Lieutenant Yenqing's report, he stumbled upon a few suspicious Foxians at Stargazer Navalia. After following them, he discovered that they were...
Looking at him now.
My alchemists detected some... complex ingredients in his remains, which might explain how these Borisin were able to disguise themselves as Foxians. Simply put, Foxians and Borisin share a common ancestry. Although they look completely different now, there isn't much genetic difference between them. This medicine allows Borisin to temporarily change their shape into that of Foxians.
So, in other words, if they stop taking the medicine, their true form will soon be revealed?
The formula and technique seem oddly familiar.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Looks like the Alchemy Commission is involved once again. When I was sorting through the prescriptions they use, I came across one called Semblance Reversion Essence. It's designed to help those disciples suppress signs of their Mara-struck forms and maintain their normal appearance. When I compared it to the medicine found in the Borisin's body...
They're one and the same, aren't
The medicinal properties and ingredients may differ, but the principle remains the same.
Since ancient times, the Borisin have always sought to have more powerful bodies, regarding the Foxians as weaklings. Yet, in order to...
If these infiltrators rely on the medicine to maintain their disguise, then following this lead in our investigation seems... Here we are. According to the judge, this area is not yet under control, so we should proceed cautiously. I've captured the nature of the medicine in my sensor. By following the medicinal fumes, we should be able to retrace the steps of the disguised Borisin. Incredible strength. The attacker shattered this warden's bones with a single blow.
Such brute strength is not something an ordinary Borisin possesses. This is likely the work of Hule.
If I may be so bold to ask, is this Borisin truly that formidable?
I have lived a bit longer and engaged in a few more battles than you, Miss Ling Sha. To the Alliance, Borisin have always been the most formidable adversaries. And Hule is a monster feared even among his own kind. With his strength, Hule united numerous Borisin packs, forming a grand army of abominations of abundance. They constantly put over 7 centuries ago. I followed my mentor on a campaign against the abominations. And I personally witnessed The devastation on the battlefield after Hule appeared. Even with medicinal pellets that suppressed the fear caused by his lupitoxin. Countless Cloud Knights succumbed to panic in the face of his murderous aura. They couldn't even raise a hand in resistance. If the former sword champion hadn't immobilized Hule with her Frostblade, the outcome of that fateful battle could have been very different. By the end of the battle, only a few of us remained. The crimson moon cast the sheen of blood on all. Everything I saw was
If that's the case, why wasn't the beast executed instead of being imprisoned? On the Xianzhou Juming, the judges cast those unforgivable and nearly immortal abominations of abundance into the eternal flames of the star. Their so-called immortality is just a facade. I mean, nothing can truly defy death, can it? I just don't understand why the Luofu kept this tumor for so long, leading to the terrible situation we're facing now. But I guess I understand. The people of the Luofu are known for their kindness. Even when faced with the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, they couldn't bring themselves to cut it out.
I understand if you hold grudges against me, Miss Lingshaw. I take the blame for the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus.
I'm just a healer. I'm not familiar with the past. I'd appreciate it if you could enlighten me.
All right. Let me tell you more.
Stream forth.
Did this Cloud Knight also take the medicine?
No. This is a Borisin in disguise.
All these Borisin are dressed in official attire. Besides the Cloud Knight, there were also... whoever is providing them with official identity.
Someone bit open his arteries and drained almost all of his blood while he was still alive. Such a cruel and ruthless...
Despite being a long-lived species, Borisin are actually more like predatory beasts that must feed on raw blood and flesh. I've heard that Hule was... It's hard to imagine how he managed to suppress his hunger for over 7 centuries. Will the hostage from the Yaoqing...
Such is the terrible nature of the abominations of abundance. We subjected him to the Forest of Swords to drain his life force. Just like you said, Miss Lingshaw. Casting a creature that can't be killed into a...
The Foxians didn't agree to that.
Exactly. The atrocities committed by Hule went beyond mere massacres. Throughout numerous wars, we made every effort to eradicate the Borisin. But Hule... The Foxians curse his name day and night, and they even use it to scare children into staying quiet. How could they grant a swift death to such a great sin? I wonder if you know why Hule wasn't taken into custody by the Foxian majority Xianzhou Yaoqing, but instead...
As you mentioned, your mentor was an exceptional warrior and was the one who defeated Hule, an extraordinary achievement. Therefore, the marshal...
It seems you have a major misunderstanding about this... Yanqing told me that an IPC ship was attacked by Borisin. Is this what they were transporting on the ship?
Yes. The Artisanship Commission and Alchemy Commission conducted a joint examination and found that Parts of this machine are made from specially refined boars. I heard the Intelligentsia Guild has been researching the biological properties of long-life species, hoping to make medical or combat-related discoveries.
Perhaps to those scholars, Borisin are no different from lab animals.
No. If it were only about revenge, they could just wreck the ship and destroy all the cargo. Instead of allowing it to end up in the shackling, it was a deliberate display to showcase the dangerous nature of the cargo in broad daylight. This way, the cargo would end up in the shackling prison, serving as—
This skill in exploiting the blind spots of others' mindsets is so atypical of them. I'm afraid the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild unknowingly became their accomplices.
Watch out!
You haven't answered my question about why Hule was imprisoned in the Lafu instead of the Yaoqing, General. You've been reserved—
The reason why the Marshal didn't leave Hule on the Yaoqing.
Are you suggesting that there are people trying to understand Hule's secrets? Well, I understand. I've heard that the Foxians on the Yaoqing share a bloodline with the Borisin, and just like the Marshal believed that this would be inhumane and no different from what the Borisin did, so—
Exactly. While Borisin see Moonrage as a blessing that unlocks their true potential, Foxians see it as an inevitable curse within their bloodline. Countless healers. Why can Borisin control the power of Moonrage? Can we Foxians break free from this curse? Each questioner had good intentions. But the road to catastrophe, to the Foxians of the Yaoqing, Hule was not only the warhead of the Borisin, but also a—
That's why the Marshal decided to imprison Hule and the Lafu. It wasn't an honor, but—
Because such selfish pursuits in the name of good intentions.
This edition of— By imprisoning Hule and the Xianzhou Lafu, the Marshal both suppressed the dangerous intentions of the Yaoqing Foxians and—
That was a necessary trade-off. The Xianzhou Alliance is not solely about the Xianzhou natives. Only when all three races, Foxian, Vidyadhara, and Xianzhou natives—
Thank you for enlightening me. Was it for the same reason that you traded off my mentor to the Xianzhou Zhuming, only to stand idle and allow the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus?
You said that I couldn't bear to cut out the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, but instead exiled the healer who tried to solve the problem to the Xianzhou Zhuming. But did your mentor tell you her good intentions led her to perform certain healing arts on Dun Hung, who had just finished his hatching rebirth?
What did you just say?
She believed that restoring the High Elder's knowledge of his past life would allow the Vidyadhara to resume their duty as the guardians of the Ambrosial Arbor, quelling the strife within their clan and bringing everything. But just as I mentioned earlier, the road to catastrophe is always paved with good intentions. Since then, this—
If that's the case, I should thank you for protecting my mentor.
Quite the contrary.
Thanking me.
All I ever want is to have a clear conscience. However, can long-life species truly achieve that goal in their long-drawn lives? And now, with the complicated situation in the Alchemy Commission, the Alliance has spared—
Your eloquence is indeed impressive, the divine foresight. But let me make it clear. The Alliance sent me here to handle the business impartially, not—
It doesn't matter which side you choose, Miss Lingshaw. At the end of the day, both you and I—
These Mara-struck soldiers don't appear to be escaped prisoners.
How can you tell?
These soldiers are fully armed. Obviously, they didn't—
The messenger named Moza did say that there were two groups of attackers. The other attackers, aside from the Borison, could hide their tracks.
Hide their tracks?
Exactly. I've engaged with these attackers before, and they used Cloud Hymn magic to hide their...
You once warned me to be cautious of the Vidyadhara Elder's influence within the Alchemy Commission. Could it be?
What's on your mind, Miss Linshaw?
Well, it seems that someone provided the attackers with a map of the shackling prison. And considering the Vidyadhara's involvement in the prison's construction, it raised... Additionally, the fact that the Borison need medicine to disguise themselves would suggest that there are still moles within the Moreover, forging official identities for the undercover Borison and the presence of assassins capable of using Cloud Hymn magic deepens my suspicion about the Preceptors. But why would the Vidyadhara collude with the Borison and aid in Hule's escape?
They aim to spread chaos. Since this edition of Imbibe de Lune, the once proud dragon race has been powerless, watching their influence.
However, I don't think the Preceptors are the true masterminds. If I'm not mistaken, the one behind all this treachery is the Lord Ravager who exploited the weaknesses within the Luofu and instigated the disciples.
Please remember, General, that everything I've mentioned is mere speculation. We need concrete evidence for a public trial. If you...
So, what's your...
I'll send an invitation. The Preceptors have been inviting me for a personal meeting since my arrival on the Luofu. Now, I'll send them the remains of these Mara-struck soldiers and the route map I found in the prisoner's possession. I'd like to hear their explanation.
Good idea. If I were to take action, it might alert the true mastermind. I trust you, and don't worry if things don't go smoothly. Once the wolf hunt operation is...
Speaking of the wolf hunt operation, I'm truly worried about the Yaoqing messenger who was taken hostage. Hule was stopped. May Rainbow's blessing keep him safe.
As I said, I'm a healer. But my art of healing requires the culinary arts to be truly... The magic of my cauldron is its ability to make all kinds of medicines into dishes that patients can eat. When simmered and cooked together, any kind of medicinal herb or
delicacy. But isn't that just one flavor overpowering the...
Well, you have a point. Let me ask you this. If there's a fussy child who
stuff the kid's mouth with the green peppers and...
You have quite the sense of humor. I've heard that you, Borison, have lost many of your taste buds during the self-modification process.
It's a shame I don't have any green peppers right now. Otherwise...
I'm just kidding. The answer is quite simple. Chop up the peppers and mix them with minced meat to make meatballs.
Can I just boil your tongue in this hot pot? I know you're trying to buy time until... You said that Jin Liu recently returned to the Luofu, right? Well, do you really think you can delay our departure by provoking... You see Borison as savages who know nothing about the Xianzhou. But in fact, we know all about your tracking tricks. The more hope you hold in your heart, the greater your pain will be when death comes.
His composure is only a temporary effect of the medicine. And it will...
Lord Hule!
Oh, you pathetic Foxians. For thousands of years, we were the ones who allowed you to live, and who granted you... But it's all right. As long as you catch the scent of your masters, you obediently return to us.
Hule, have you ever wondered why it took them 7 centuries to come to your... The Borison's era has long passed. Did they ever tell you these harsh facts before giving you hope for returning home? Now they're being crushed by the Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing. by a Foxian. They're hiding in remote corners of the cosmos, trembling with fear like a wounded beast on its...
The Merlin's Claw of the Yao Qing. A Foxian? Very interesting. Tell me, Mock Talk. Is he speaking the truth?
He isn't lying. That lowly beast was a war slave who ran away from our pack. Cannon fodder, a thief!
And she bested you, Mock Talk. Fairness is but a pathetic excuse for the dead and defeated.
In our darkest hours, it was a prophet of the Master of Immortality, named Mongus.
This prophet, Mongus, what does she want?
The prophet made this proclamation. The Borisin have been divided for too long, and only your return can unite all the packs, restoring us to our former glory. And the prophet told us that the Foxian general of the Yao Qing would take you to her ship during the Lafu's war dance.
That so-called prophet lied to all of you.
But her prophecy has come true.
Once the news about the prison break spreads, the Cloud Knights will close all the ports. You may think you've escaped the prison.
Let me kill this unruly, lowly beast, Lord Hule! I assure you that our star skips right now. Everyone in the Lafu is distracted by this stupid war dance. So this will be the perfect chance to escape. Once you've...
Perfect chance to return to my weak and shattered pack at the mercy of a ridiculous false prophet and become a mere puppet in her clutches. Listen up. A wolf never allows itself to become prey. Since you are so confident that the Cloud Knights will close the ports, Jiao Chou, I'm now giving you a chance to go and see it for yourself. Go to the ports.
Wait.
But my lord!
Would an alpha wolf ever listen to a cub, Mock Talk?
No, I've never heard anything like that. I wasn't trying.
Just a little pre-hunt entertainment. Don't you want to run away? You will come back. Because Foxians like you always obediently return to their masters, no matter how far they run away.
I don't fully understand Lord Hule's intentions.
You know why I'm letting you go. Head to the port and report back to me. Let's...
Water! What the heck was I thinking? If I knew it'd end like this, I would have stayed in the shackling prison.
Let me take a look.
Are you a healer?
Although Hule and his followers can currently hide in the city, won't be long before... I can't believe he actually let me go. Perhaps I can try to warn the Cloud Knights. No. Just as I suspected. He's testing. The Cloud Knights must have been aware of the situation inside the shackling prison for some time. We'll check. For now, I'll do as he asked.
Days past are shaped anew through the years.
Would you like to board my star skiff? Well, my little star skiff can't accommodate that many. But I have a larger one that will arrive in less than 15 minutes if you need it. So, we need to hurry wherever we're going. The war dance is about to start, and the Skyfaring Commission is prioritizing star skiffs heading to... Close the ports? Would you like to board my stars? Well, we need to hurry wherever... What? Are you joking?
I'm sorry, but the Realm Keeping Commission Chancery is Hey, although we're short-staffed at the moment.
Hey there. I noticed you'd been looking at me for quite... Understood.
Stop asking. I'm off duty now. You're not one of us.
But the warhead sent me here to check.
No, not at all. Instead, the Skyfaring Commission is clearing routes to prioritize star skiffs heading to...
The ports haven't been closed? What is going on? Stalling won't help.
What exactly is...
Would you like to board my star skiff? Well, we need to hurry wherever... Keep what quiet? I've been in this... Would you like to board my star? Well, we need to hurry wherever... What?
If I can help you. Hi.
Borisin are hiding in the Exalting Sanctum.
Borisin?
These Borisin are disguised as Foxy.
Will you please wait here for a while?
Hey there. I noticed... Could you please provide... Wait, I recognize you.
I was brought here by the Borisin.
All right, I'll call for
Would you like to board my star? Well, we need to hurry, wherever. Keep what quiet? The Realm Keeping Commission? It's right up.
You're back, Jiao Cho.
Come and take a good look. Who are these people?
This Cloud Knight says there's official business that requires my cooperation.
What are you trying to do, Moktuk? They have nothing to do with this.
Nothing to do? I told you to go to the port and check out the situation. But I never gave you Remember, these people...
You want to prove to me that you hold every...
Oh, exactly as you... They don't want to publicize my escape. I understand. It's no surprise. For fear, what lurks here is not a group of fugitives, but rather a pack of wolves amidst a flock. Your calm facade will soon crumble. I can tear through it and expose your pathetic bones Of course, you can try your luck and believe that your wits will save you. But remember, you're not the only hostage in this city. If you try any now, let's talk about the Foxian general you serve. Moktuk says she's here for me. Before the hunt begins, I need to know my opponent. You can refuse and play tough, or you can Good. At least you didn't try to draw attention with a scream. That way, no.
Fine. You can torture me until I talk. Or, here's the question that's been bothering me. How have you managed to survive and endure centuries of torture?
So, is that why the Shenjiao Yao Qing wanted to take me away? I still remember. In the early years of my captivity, the Foxians came and went. They extracted my blood and marrow, trying to unravel the mystery of Moonray. Unfortunately, they failed to uncover the secret. Some seek power to destroy their enemies, while others seek power to... Ah, I see. You're the most pitiful of them all, healer. Well, then let me in our ancient legends, Duran, the ancestor of the Borisin, was dissatisfied with his limited lifespan and power. To achieve his goal, he sacrificed the lives of countless Borisin and Foxians, pouring them into the spring bestowed by the Master of Immortality. Through a form of genetic sorcery, the water gave birth to a miracle. The lunar embryo Duran ascended the birthing bed and obtained what he desired, a heart. Laugh all you want, but only I know the truth behind this moon heart beats within the body of every generation of the Borisin warhead. In the ritual that decides the new warhead, devouring is the true essence of life, allowing us to endure and thrive. It gathers the life essence of all the prey. I thought all hope was lost after all right. Now it's...
Jiao Cho, I found you.
I know I'm in no position to question your orders, but if I understand correctly...
That's right. My people are busy collecting clues now. What's the situation, Wadza?
General, before we completely lost contact with Jiao Cho, I picked up a signal from his jade abacus. It won't take...
If that's the case, shouldn't we immediately go there and join forces to eliminate the boar?
Looks like your general has only taught you swordplay, not the art of the hunt. There's an old saying among the Borisin. In the forest, the hunter may easily become the hunted. While we may call us...
Are you joking, General? He's just a wolf who's been in prison for 7 centuries. Even with his accomplices, they're no match for us.
Do not underestimate the enemy. Hule is not an ordinary Borisin that can be easily killed. A vicious beast who hasn't tasted blood and flesh in 7 centuries is now lurking on the streets of the Luofu.
To him, the lives of ordinary people are just meat, ready to be
Exactly. That is why we must succeed in our first strike, or the situation will... You've heard of this military tactic, right? When you surround your enemy, leave one side open for them to escape. A skilled hunter must be well prepared. What would we do if we were the escapees from the shackling prison? While we can disguise ourselves and blend in with the crowd.
A star skiff to get us out of the Luofu. The Borisin...
We predict their next move, and let's start from where you found those Borisin and corner our prey.
This is where we ran into the Borisin last time. It looks the same.
Because I blocked all the relevant news, to make it seem as if nothing had happened. Losing contact with their accomplices preparing the star skiff will surely put... However, the more well-prepared a plan is, the longer it takes to adjust when it's disrupted. If any Borison wants to stick to the...
Are you suggesting that there are Borison here?
This is an automated area. So don't you think... First, look at those 2 Skyfaring Commission staff members. They've been observing us in secret since... Then, there's a Cloud Knight soldier over there. Perhaps he's here for patrol, but each patrol team... Lastly, there's that craftsman wearing Artisanship Commission clothing. If you have a target in mind, let's go investigate.
Who are you? Don't you know that...
Hey, chill out. They're just a few lost tourists.
But Stargazer Navalia is the shipbuilding port of the Cienjo Lafu. If the sky...
Official documents? Of course there are.
That makes perfect sense. So...
Yeah, we've received orders from the higher-ups, so we've blocked off this area to prevent any interference with our...
Hey, you there! Please refrain from one. No, not at all. Actually...
A peculiar issue.
Yeah, we've had some unscheduled star skiffs being constructed at this dock in Stargazer Navalia. Could there have been... This is just weird. I thought all the pending star skiffs from before the... I'm sorry, but I need to focus on my work right now. If you have any...
Oh. You're aware of the Borison prison?
Yeah, I've received the news.
Looks like you've been keeping an eye on the Sky Splitter.
No, everything is normal on the...
This is not a location for...
Well, this spot offers a great view.
Yes.
You've been observing...
Honestly, just speaking of which, Lieutenant Yanqing, aren't you supposed...
Thank you for your concern.
So, it seems that some Borison have returned to Stargazer.
That's my suspicion.
Remember when I mentioned that the Cloud Knights blocked all relevant news to make it seem as if nothing happened?
But on the contrary, those staff members use Stargazer Navalia as on lockdown.
Their flimsy disguise has been exposed. Even if they try to hide.
Why are you still here?
No, I never...
Who are you?
Perhaps you haven't met me on the battlefield, but I am certain you've heard... How many more of your comrades are here?
This woman, she's the general of the Yaoqing!
Why?
Because I need it.
You were our war slave, so you want me to talk? Fine.
If I were to do that, I wouldn't be any different from you. I am the arrow that pierces the wolf's heart. I grant you a...
That's exactly what I... But sadly, you didn't catch my partner. He will.
Before you close your eyes, you should know that I allowed him to escape. Because he will lead the Cloud Knights to Hule's hideout.
Is this how you leave one side open?
This is the most common hunting tactic used by Boris. I know the methods of these abominations all too well. They always leave an escape route for their prey, allowing them to flee.
Have you witnessed these things firsthand? That guy called you a...
Oh, just a hazy past that I can barely recollect. Not all Foxians are lucky enough to be born on a Cienjo ship. I grew up in one of the worlds where Boris to the Wolf Masters. Foxians are nothing but property. Cannon fodder used...
But you survived. And not only that, you became—
Speaking of stories, you've reminded me that now is not the time for them. Wadza, we've sent the warning from Stargazer and the—
I've found them. Zhao Cho is trying to stall Hule, and he signaled me to not reveal—
Trust his judgment and keep watching. We'll be right there.
I believe the warning we sent will stop Hule from attacking Stargazer Navalia.
The hunt is not over yet. Stay safe, Zhao Cho.
Please, save.
I wanna—
Zhao Cho, find a medical ingenium and give that kid a
I see. How's the front line?
The Borison Beast ships have already landed on the Fenghu. It won't be long before this place is overrun as well.
What about General Yueyu? Any news from her?
She asked me to tell you that she's not coming back. She must protect— General asks you to save that kid. The girl fought desperately just to bring us all back here. I've never seen such a brutal fighting style.
Her blood pressure is dropping.
Loud and clear. Get me some tumble dust. We've got to start the I will.
Is that why you're so determined to learn my secrets? Do you hear me, Zhao Cho?
I do. Loud and clear.
So she saved you all in that great battle on the Xiangzhou Fenghu 3 decades ago. But to your surprise, Moktok told me that she was a war slave who escaped from the Eclipse Pack.
Oh, now I understand. No wonder she displayed such...
And she used the gift of her bloodline to destroy the Moon Rage, a blessing for wolves, and a curse for foxes. For Borison to have their bodies torn apart by Moon Rage and transform into a beast, with the burning fury in her heart, that Foxian general will eventually lose her sanity and indulge in endless bloodshed. And in return for saving her life, you intend to give everything to solve this impossible puzzle.
Hule. Do you know all this time? I've devoted my life to bringing back those who sat, but once again, they rushed into battle. Like a useless idiot. I saved a fish named Life out of the cauldron called Death. So I asked myself, why were they so eager to run toward their death after they had recovered from their wounds? Why wouldn't they value their hard-won life? All the doubts left me feeling lost.
I can smell your desperation. All the way down to your...
Eventually, I realized that their deaths held value. Everything I'm doing now, even your death has value. It will pave the way for a peaceful war dance.
The thoughts in your pathetic head are hardly surprising.
Did you already?
Yes, I did. As Borison, we understand the value of death more than anyone. And as a healer, what a shame, what a shame. Your story actually sparked a trace of respect for you in my...
Can you even feel respect?
Of course. because I caught a whiff of my own kind in you. Unfortunately, in the end, you're still just a weak fox, as the wolf's creed goes. Gift the wolf a dead end, where new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate, where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy That's why I'm keeping you alive for now. We will consume your flesh and blood, nourishing our own. We will crush your hopes and dreams.
My lord, we received a message. Our arrangement at Stargazer Navalia has been discovered. It's the Sky Splitter. The ship that the Wardens will be held on is about to set off. The Skyfaring Commission will clear the air route.
Calm down, Moktok. Look at you now, hiding and fearful. Where is your...
As I said, I'd sacrifice my dignity for your return. As long as you can come.
Hope? The Burisin have forgotten the wolf's creed. Weak creatures put their hope in the strong. But bringing me back instead of choosing a new master only proves the decline of our pack. And as for the prophet who manipulated you into saving me... Moktok, let me tell you how the Burisin will rise to power.
But Great Warhead, our packs are not here.
Our packs are not here. Wherever I go, everyone is the pack.
Stay away. Just don't come any closer. No!
Moktok, we're the apex predators at the top of the hierarchy. As wolves, we create fear. We don't become servants to it. If you're blind to the path, I will be the crimson moon that lights the way for you. Share my crimson blood with our brethren. Use it to infect those Foxians and strike fear. Now, you devious monkey, come out and...
Chow.
Milsha. Run.
No, he can't run, and neither can you. You've come at the right time, monkey of the Yaoqing. Tell your general. Tell her that I will unleash a massacre here, drowning the Xianzhou La Fu in blood. From this moment on, follow me, my cubs. We shall stride among the prey. Give the wolf a dead end when new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet do you hear that? The rumble of the cannons. My return will bring back the wolf's creed. In my own way, I shall save our weakened...
The Sky Splitter's gun salute is really loud. So this is what the war dance is actually like? I feel like my eardrums are going to burst.
they expect to attract people to come and watch if they didn't make a huge spectacle?
As a representative of the Sien's spirit, sounds like you're all fired up.
If you could just keep your... As the saying goes, the disciple takes the toil of their master. Remember, you are here...
But what am I supposed to do if my opponent for this round is super talented and just wipes the floor with me and...
Come on, there's no need to worry about that. If you are defeated, then your opponent shall have to answer...
Master Yun Li, please, I'm about to compete. Can you say something?
Marge, think about the great storms that you, nameless of the Express, have...
I've trained hard in the art of swordplay over these few days. Master Yun Li, I don't think I'm completely ready.
March, there is no such thing as completely ready.
Miss Yun Li, Miss March, this way. I was informed of your arrival by Madame Yuk. The news that you will be the ringmaster in place of Lieutenant Yan Qing has been made public, Miss March. Just now, as if they ask you this, how will you...
March 7th, a young...
All right. When people ask you, you might...
I see you are both quite relaxed. Impressed. Miss Yun Li's contestant information was registered for the war dance a long time ago. However, as a last-minute entry, the Skyfaring Commission has taken care of the necessary procedures for you, Miss. Please, follow this path. The
Thank you, Miss Shikwe.
Come, let's take a look around the contestant hall. So... This is the contestant.
Oh, there are so many...
March, before the war dance begins, my grandfather always told me that a weapon mimics its master. That means that a person's weapon... Well, you've seen me wield old metal before, haven't you?
Waving around such a giant weapon?
You're not wrong. My battle style has always been simple and effective. One, observing the weapon that your opponent uses, assessing what kind of battle skills they excel at, and where their weaknesses lie, is the key to victory.
Why would you tell?
That's the only way to ensure that we have a fair fight, don't you think? Now is a perfect opportunity to learn how to evaluate your opponents.
Let's know myself and...
Ooh! You're Mark.
That's right.
As you can see, I see the Skyfaring Commission has really gone...
That's right. A big event like this just can't go ahead without a few of us running around. First, the question that is on everyone. This is just gossip from Unreal. Then what is the real... Seriously? Once the war dance begins, you will be challenged by master swordsmen from... March 7th, you are quite arrogant. Thank you very much for...
I came here because I wanted to meet the great Lieutenant Yan Qing. Who would have imagined that he would take a disciple and have her be the ringmaster in his place? This last-minute replacement. March 7th.
If I'd known I could use multiple weapons at once...
Hello, miss. Are you here to take...
That's right.
What?
Don't worry. I'm a newbie swordmaster who's only been practicing...
March 7th. Standing before you is...
Tricking the opponent into underestimating me is a valid tactic.
Yes. Oh, I understand what's going on, Miss March 7th and Miss Yun. nothing out of the ordinary. Another awkward pause. I knew it. Did you get it? Wolves sounds like waves.
He's actually explaining.
Making...
There are still many guests.
Understood.
The first round of the war dance is a...
Me? I'm fine. As soon as looking at these contestants, I understand why you wanted me to...
So? Do you want to... I knew it! That's enough knowing the enemy for now.
It's saying...
Well, looks that's enough knowing the enemy. If we walk through here, we'll be able to see the War Dance's official venue.
Wow, so this is what it's like from the spectator's seat?
Look over there.
That Master Yun Li?
Well, it's too late.
Almost time for one. As soon as I think about the mission General Hyen gave me...
It's when it stops speeding that we need to worry. I have to leave for a moment and do some inspections.
I wonder how Master...
Hey!
General, report! The teams are in position, and the Skyfaring Commission has taken control of the stars.
Activate all side cranes and have them scan everyone coming in and out of the port. Remain vigilant at all times. Any suspicious movements must be suppressed as quickly as possible.
Yes, General.
You two, follow me. Moza's signal's nearby, but we lost contact just a moment ago.
Could that mean...
He will be fine. Cloud Knights, search for the target.
All of you, get out of...
Wait.
General, I failed you. That mad dog.
A declaration of war.
That's right. I've been holding back the urge to slit his throat all this time. Well, if you, the great Merlin's Claw, mortal enemy of the Borisin, are able to join him in a...
Hunting is not a game. It is a battle of life and death. Are you ready for your death? Moza, are you okay?
I wasn't able to save Jiao Chou. Hule was more cunning and...
Tell me, how is he planning to declare this war against me?
Hule is planning on attacking the bus.
What did you just say?
Impossible. Even if there are still undercover Borisin that we haven't sniffed out. Hule...
He has an ace up his sleeve. Hule's body holds a plague mark passed down through generations of Borisin. I've seen it. This is Hule's declaration of war. His blood. It can cause Foxians to rapidly transform and lose their mind.
He wants to encircle us in one fell.
Contact the Skyfaring Commission and the Cloud Knights right away. Have them enforce a traffic—
The moment you see your enemy's declaration of war,
But if Hule succeeds in getting this panic to spread—
Do you remember what I told you before? Hunting is about thinking the same way as your prey, not just mindlessly chasing. What Hule wants is to see everyone on the Luofu descend into panic. He wants to see us lose. It's like that party game that the people of the Yaoqing love to play. They hide an object under one of several bowls, then move the bowls around. The way I see it, this is all nothing more. No matter what Hule does, there is one truth that cannot be changed.
Right now, the only ship he'd be able to see is the Sky Splitter.
In his eyes, that ship is full of countless hostages. That would be the best.
But if we're wrong about this, if he goes somewhere else, or if he does as he said he would, are we just supposed to abandon those less likely locations?
This is another lesson that you must learn outside of swordplay. Weighing your options and making a decision. There are always— Before making a decision, we must destroy any hesitation that we are holding on to. There is a chance that we will make the wrong decision and allow our allies to be sacrificed in vain. There is a chance that we will predict— But being lost in hesitation and failing to take any action will— Everyone, listen up. I will personally take charge of Starskiff Haven. Evacuate the people. Nameless, please lend us your strength as you did when the Ambrosial Arbor was reborn. I need you and Wildza to go in search of Jiao Cho.
General, please entrust me with the safety of the Sky Splitter. I was originally meant to participate in the
If Hule does come to attack the Sky Splitter, Lieutenant Yanqing,
please rest assured, General. If he dares step foot on the Sky Splitter,
Cloud Knights! The Borson have arrogantly decided to challenge us on Xianzhou territory. The unarmed civilians of the Xianzhou and countless visitors from afar are under our protection. Let me ask you, as— Be on your guard! Calling Starskiff Haven. Have all Cloud Knights be on full alert for Borson attacks.
Fei Shao, the ports of Starskiff Haven are crawling with wolf-like creatures. They're moving—
Hold them back! I will be there immediately!
There you are, Fei Shao.
Madam Yukong! After 30 years, we find ourselves fighting side by side once more. It's been a while since I've let loose. Let's get this started.
Remember, you are still on the Luofu. Try not to go too wild.
A short respite, then time for the next fight. We have cleared out the enemies in Starskiff Haven.
But it seems that there are fierce battles being waged at both the Exalting Sanctum.
We cannot allow the fighting to continue. This is now a race against time. I know Jiao Cho always wants me to know my limits and not get carried away, but now is the time. Contact the Exalting Sanctum. Tell them if they see a light in the sky, all units are to retreat immediately. Madam Yukong, lend me your bow!
What's that? Everyone, out of the way! What a mess. I just knew it would end up this way. Every time she hits the battlefield, she makes a mess like this. She didn't even leave a single survivor to get intel from. One of these men must have known about... That was one of Fei Xiao's arrows. Who knows what she used as an arrow to fire all the way... I wouldn't say always, but often would be fair. As soon as they take a good look around. If you can find... I don't care how tight their lips are sealed.
What a terrifying attack. Who could have imagined that such astonishing strength would lie in the... So decisive. So... brutal. She is more like a descendant of Duran than we who have...
The sneak that infiltrated the shackling prison. Moktok. You are harder to kill than a cockroach. But the fact that you have willingly shown you... It is not too late for you to surrender. Tell me, what...
Save your energy. I lived as a hunter for many years. Yet I have only followed the warhead for this recent brief. The descendants of Duran have abandoned the Wolf's Creed. In order to ensure our survival, we took solace thanks to the gift granted to us by Lord Hule. I have shared his vision and his blood. The descendants of Duran should live for the victory. Come, Yao Qing man. Show me your fangs. We will fight to the...
How honorable. But you seem to have misunderstood. There will be no fair one-on-one. No matter how heroic your sacrifice, there is no honor in your battles or deaths, Borisin.
It seems that Moktok got what he wished for.
Hule, your declaration of war is over. From now on, no matter where you run, General Fei Xiao will catch you and send you to the same fate as
Your tongue is sharper than your claws. Don't stand in my way, child. Have your general speak with me a little.
Stand down, Walza. I am here, Hule. What do you wish to say?
The Merlin's Claw. Though we have never... The people of the Xianzhou must be quite brave to allow a foxy and war slave. Has no one ever questioned that lineage of yours? Or could it be...
Claiming to have family ties with the enemy sounds to me like an attempt at asking for mercy. Hule, are you begging me for mercy?
I see that it is not only the ruthless blood of a wolf that courses through your veins, but also the cunning blood. When you think about it, this was a gift from the Boars, the Merlin's Claw. I shall extend a fight before you arrive. I will slaughter all in sight, allowing the crim. Then I will pilot this ship through every blockade and barrier you have prepared, and begin before I finish these tasks of mine. You have a chance to stop me.
I accept your challenge, Hule. Because the very moment you stepped aboard the Sky Splitter, you stepped...
I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but that's easy for my grandfather to say. The first round of the tournament is about to begin. I wonder how Yanqing and the others are doing. According to the plan, I should seek out the Cloud Knight soldiers aboard the sky. Maybe I should take a moment to meet with March before the tournament starts. March is in the contestants' lounge right now.
March, it's me.
She's...
You still seem nervous. I wasn't this nervous before. It's just being alone in this lounge. I can't stop thinking about every...
March? Calm. Don't worry about your mission. You have me here too, right? Ask yourself. You are a nameless of the Astral Express. You have always been...
Why? For us nameless, even though we're just visitors at every stop, it was here that I met my two...
Good answer. The tournament is... March, may your blade be...
Thank you, Master Yu.
According to Grandpa's plan, I should seek out the Cloud Knight soldiers aboard this...
Is that you, Miss Yunli? If there's anything that I can... We haven't noticed anything out of...
Very good.
Unfortunately, we don't. However, you can rest assured that the Cloud Knights are working. All Cloud Knights on the Sky Splitter have their own...
March 7th and I could already tell.
Your timing is perfect, Miss Yunli. We actually...
An emergency boarding...
It wasn't on the Sky Splitter Starskiff registry, but all the document...
Who would be boarding the ship at the...
The Starskiff is using the contest...
No need. You have your own duty. I have to check on this immediately.
Routine inspection! All passengers, please prepare for an inspection.
So this is the suspicious Starskiff. Where did the passengers...
I'm going to count down from 10. If you do not come out, I will destroy the ship. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Time is running out. 3, 2, 1.
Wait a second! It's me! It's just a routine inspection. You weren't actually going to blow up the ship, were you? Is that... Wait! Even though the Borisin can disguise themselves, they can't turn into someone...
Didn't little Yanqing claim he was going to give up being the ringmaster and go on the hunt?
The Borisin on the ground suddenly launched an attack. General Fei Xiao was concerned that this was all a diversion by Hulei, so I request...
I can't believe you ended up back here on the Sky Splitter after running around all over the place. But you're too late to enter the... Following Grandpa's plan, our disciple March is taking your place as ringmaster. Aren't you proud of her?
When I first heard the news, I was definitely proud.
More manpower is always a good thing, since the Sky Splitter is so large. Oh, and by the way, you should know that...
What's happening?
Does it feel like the Sky Splitter has slowed down? Could it be? Come with me. We need to check the engine room. It's the heart of the ship, so we need...
The war dance is about to begin. Contestants, please make your way to the arena.
The engine room is just up ahead. Let's go. Strange. Why is there no one here?
The Cloud Knights. They're over here.
And you should be lying alongside them. Don't worry, children. There's plenty of space to hide your bodies over here.
Even though I truly hoped that the war dance would go ahead uninterrupted, and that I was worrying for no reason.
Now that these guys have finally shown up, it's a huge weight off my mind. Bring it on, you abominations!
If we found 2 wolves in the engine room, that means that even more abominations have infiltrated other areas.
There's no time to talk about this. The war dance has already started. If let's go. We need...
We would like to welcome all of our honored guests and contestants to the Xianzhou Law... We would like to welcome all of our honored guests and contestants. Before we get the first round underway, our organizing committee would like to introduce you all. Let us invite our special guest host, Mr. Albert, to the stage to formally open the war dance. My apologies. The spectators that you were expecting aren't here. Everyone here actually came to see Cloud Knight. Prepare for battle.
I see you were ready for me. That's fine.
Surround your enemy, but leave one side open. This is your
Precisely. When Hule escaped, we should have cancelled the war dance immediately. However, preparations for the war dance were in the works for so long, I couldn't bear to announce its cancellation. So I thought, if the show must, all we need to do is swap all the spectators and contestants aboard the ship.
But what?
Then we just need to draw his attention to the Sky Splitter. We'll have the Skyfaring Commission clear all transport lanes and cut down Starskiff traffic. General Fei Xiao will be in charge of scaring the wolves and cutting off their other means of escape. Given that the Borisin already have insiders on the Law Fu, I will be in charge.
Very good. Then I'd better dust off my weary bones too. I will go.
Knowing that Elder Huayan is part of our this hunt will make Hule understand that the arrows of the hunt will always be one.
That jolt just now. Borisin must have actually infiltrated the Sky Splitter. Based on... you guys... you're... Looks like the General's arrangements are finally coming in handy. I need to find Yunli and the others as soon as possible. The plan said that if Hule appears, the Cloud Knights will assemble and do everything they can to suppress him. Master Yunli, where are you?
March. I'm below the ring.
Spring forward.
All below the ring. Master Yanqing! What are you...
I was concerned about the safety of the sky.
Yanqing, the wolf you are hunting is standing above us in the war dance ring at this very moment.
facing the Cloud Knights. This war dance will not be seen by the people of the Xianzhou, nor will it be just a ceremonial sword fight. This is a battle to the death that offers no honor, only mortal danger.
Please. I am March 7th, a sword master who will represent...
Yunli, Miss March, may your blades be sharp.
May your blades be sharp.
May your blades... Ah, forget it. Let's go and make this a quick victory.
Let's go.
So feeble. Such weakness is truly pathetic.
I've been waiting a long time for this Hulei.
Unless the Chow sets a young constant slaughter.
Remember this. My name is March 7th, Ringmaster of the Lafu.
Does the Xianzhou Lafu not have any worthy warriors?
I wouldn't let my guard down if I were you. It's about time this old wolf tasted defeat at the hands of a young cub.
Better to make no move. Let's add more seasoning.
Watch your head. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
You think a little ambush is enough to defeat me? I will make you understand just how long you are.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Such insane power!
Finally arrives.
Watch your head. I'm honored by your... Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
I could take 10 of you! Nice job!
No dirty tricks.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Sweet with all your white dear cubs. You might run. A wolf's path only goes forward. Running is never an option.
A little more heat.
Not very
Watch your head.
Time to show you what I can reach. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. What's this?
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
I weep for the departed.
It's better to make no move. I'm honored by since you're already here. Why not have a
You will be dead by the time she arrives. Not bad. But it will take much more than that. Your feeble weapons are like blades of grass before my... I've had enough. Time to finish this game. cannot live without.
What you're saying is...
Do you think you have some other escape route? Jiao Cho, I have already...
But you have told me all of your secrets too, Warhead.
After all, you will avoid having to... I'm sure she understands her fate far better than you ever will. One day not even your god can save her from this fate. Although, they can be... And the only way to save...
Are you the healer?
I must leave, Foxian. But...
Drink blood wine. I hear it is a Borisin custom to kill...
You really...
Are you the healer, Jiao Cho?
Is there anything that I can do?
I heard that you saved me. If you're a healer...
And what if I can? Do I just sit back and watch as you head back out to die?
Okay, then...
What are you talking about?
So all you can do is heal us and let us go cure war.
Such arrogance, young lady. This war has been waged for thousands of years, and
You healers work yourselves to the bone to save people. Even though there will always be sickness and I cannot speak for the dead. But I know that General Yueyu, as well as all the war, they fought so that others could make it home alive.
Jiao Cho, this is an order.
Enjoy the taste of my fresh blood, Hulei. Unfortunately, tumble dust. If the most lethal poison known to this world is able to save innocent, I will do my best to cure you. They shall bring victory to the Yaoqing.
So, you want to play dirty? Here, it's colder.
My sword is even colder!
Hulei's movements are slowing down?
This is our chance.
It's time for us to put this dog down! Someone else take this one? Stop!
It's better to make no move.
Season.
I'm honored by your... Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
A pathetic little poison like this. You think this is enough to turn the tide of battle?
Just for oblivion.
Here you go, Master!
My baby's slowing down. It's not me. You can defeat me.
Spend freely. Free will, or was it the still waters of oblivion?
It's better to make no move.
Little more I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
That does not mean you cannot be overpowered. Hulei, Take a good look. The power of the Cloud Knights is in my blade.
Why not have a meal before you leave?
Familiar. All of it.
It's just a tiny massage.
Impossible! How could a mere whelp defeat me?
I was so scared. I thought you were a goner there.
Yanqing, that was amazing. That final blow you dealt to Hulei. How have I never seen that before?
Do you want to learn it? I can teach you. But, I'll need some time to heal.
I hate to say it, but if you can teach me that move, I'll maybe.
The hunt is finally over. Thank you for holding up. Lieutenant Yanqing. Everything's fine. We were able to suppress the Borison attacks. Who would have imagined? I originally thought, in the best case scenario, you would team up and hold this beast back. Come. We need to lock up Hulei once.
Such an unforgettable blade. So similar to the one wielded. Over 700 years have passed. And I thought I would have a way to overcome it by now.
Stop struggling, Hulei. There's plenty of time for you to be tortured by your regrets when—
Yes, I was defeated. But this was not unexpected. Yes, I was defeated. Oh, I have looked forward to this for so long. You've doomed yourselves. As I make my demands, so shall the entire Xianzhou Law grow. The crimson moon in my chest will make this place shine with blood. I will drive all Foxians to madness in their fear, craving slaughter without end. What now? They shall.
this is the heart of the Borison warhead, a product of the plague mark. I'll leave the next part to you.
I don't understand.
We cannot allow this thing to spread. I will do all within my power to consume this crimson moon. Once the situation changes, Lieutenant Yanqing, you are to enforce the Cloud Knight's military rules. Understood.
General!
Die.
What? We clearly don't have wolf ears.
I will not allow any of you to leave the Sky Splitter!
Does she think we're her enemies? Hulei just wanted to take down the general, even at the cost of his own life. Snap out of it, General!
Too slow.
Going all in. Tabs on me. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. All in.
Did you come here of your own volition?
I venture
Or was
forth
it
to
fate?
hunt forever. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
When I thought we'd get a minute to catch our breath. What do we do? Do we fight or run?
After all this, do you still think running is an option?
Never hesitate!
Hedge your bets.
That won't do. Futile resistance!
All in.
I will devour you.
Another journey begins. On the still waters of oblivion.
I venture forth to hunt forever. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
I like adding fuel to the fire. Sure, I'll play along.
Free will, or was it destined for oblivion? I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
We can't let her get away! But do we stand any chance at all?
She said, I'll leave the next part to you. She put her faith in us!
Trying.
I promise. I will cure you. Feisha.
No one can live forever, Zhao Zhao. This time. Is this the Sky Splitter? Or somewhere else?
Lieutenant Yanqing, you are to enforce the Cloud Knight's military rules.
We can't let her get away!
Snap out of it, General!
You always win the hardest battles for yourself. Even now, you would never run away. Isn't it strange? That is your enemy.
Hulei?
This rage. I remember the taste. I know that it was an offense. Isn't that right, Fei Xiao?
You shouldn't be here. I saw you die with my own...
Just consider me a figment of your imagination. Before every hunt, I make preparations for defeat and retreat. But not when I learned your story from Zhao Zhou. I realized that he had... What an ironic fate, don't you think? All this time, waiting for this day to come. But... Now, let us break through the ironclad defenses of the Arbiter General's heart and see what secret she has hidden in those...
so-called survival of the fittest is nothing. You cannot weaken my resolve.
Blinded by the fury of your moon rage, you slaughtered your allies. Merlin's Claw, you have betrayed the Alliance. Your actions are no different.
At the end of the day, it is the blood of the abomination you ran into the arms of your new master's arm. But you are wrong. They know now your greatest fear is about to come true.
You aim to instill terror within all of this.
It's time to return to the pack, Fei Shao. No matter how deep the hatred you bear for the poison, no matter how much we may consider devoured the crimson.
What did you say?
The descendants of Duran who came to rescue me hoped with all their hearts that once they would rather place their hopes of survival on an imaginary savior than gain the courage and strength to fight to the death. And I, a prisoner who was held captive for over 700 years, a criminal of... For those who are truly strong, Foxy and Borson, I will create that new path for myself. I will pass the right to decide the destiny of the... Your healer, Jojo, served you with such loyalty. He was even willing to die in order to cure your rage. If you just nod your head, you will awaken from this nightmare that the Crimson Moon has inflicted on you, and your body will be born anew.
So this was the path that you prepared for me. To become a new you.
That's right. We are so similar after all. We are both monsters.
I'm sure my hands. I refuse.
I told you before. Fuck accept these truths, and the Borson will bow to you. Destroy them, reduce them to dust, carve your name into the Zhengzhou's history books.
You do not understand, Yulei. You have no idea what it is that I... When I was just a child, I stained my hands with blood for the first time. In order to escape the whips and
Nurgle, don't stop! Keep running! I can't run anymore. Saran, are they catching? They're still behind us. Don't stop! Nurgle, look up! That's a shooting star. It's shining down on us. If we just held our, we will all be able to escape. We'll win our freedom, so you have to run! Quickly! Nurgle!
We ran and ran. With all the strength we had, I escaped the hunting pack and encountered a woman that could... Unfortunately, when I led her back in order to free my Kulor companions, there was nothing left there but a bottomless pit.
Light of the devilish archer. A star of...
In the years that followed, I followed the trail of that light alongside my Cloud Knight. Gradually, I came to understand. That light was not some shooting star that carried wishes. I prayed to the god of the skybow that I would never have to witness one of that day.
That's right. They never answer us. They just let us loose in this world to massacre each other. That is why the gods who never believe will cry, who once
So, what is it that you yearn for, Hule? Why?
I fight so that I can turn the stars above into a what about hues?
I fight so that one day I will never have to witness another shooting star falling to the ground.
You would resist becoming the person you were supposed to be. Lower yourself and have it your way. I will use your fear and doubt as my...
We are so similar. Both monsters that were born for war. So, I shall pray to the heavens. Even if they do not respond to me, I pray that the arrows of the hunt will pierce the heart of every monster. Do you see me, shooting star? The knights are sworn to protect the Xianzhou. I will uphold this vow until my very last day.
Tears of blood, and all living creatures have bowed. I once married strong and hunted the weak. Now, I will use your air beast as my weapon, and your name as my prey. Take back your disguises and show you how cowardly and powerless you truly are, Hule! Victory is inevitable! My only enemy has always been myself.
General. General, you're awake.
Like to hear their explanations.
Welcome, Miss Lingsha. I am Preceptor Tauron.
Greetings, my honored preceptor. It's been a while since we last touched base. I've brought a friend with me today. I believe you're already familiar.
Tauron? Elder Tauron? I remember when I was exiled, you were on the verge of passing on.
All of this is thanks to your past life. Had you not been so rash, I wouldn't have had to walk such a dangerous road to free our clan, becoming this specter. Dan Heng, you've returned twice, but it seems that meeting us fossils wasn't on your agenda. Regrettable indeed.
Now here you are to meet me anyway. I didn't come here with Miss Lingsha today to reminisce. Indeed. When the Cauldron Master extends an invitation...
As the newly appointed Cauldron Master, there's been much to take care of within the Alchemy Commission. It's only now that I've had the chance to speak with you. I sent over some evidence regarding the prison break in the Shackling Prison. I trust you've already looked it over.
Yes. You sent us the remains of Mara-struck soldiers, a map of the shack...
These are the remains of assassins who used Cloud Hymn magic to conceal their tracks. They aided in the Borison's escape, allowing them unimpeded passage through the Shackling. That marked-up map is a map of prisoners' escape routes. Vidyadhara craftsmen once made blueprints for the prison's construction, so I imagine, Mr. Tauran, you have a...
Is semblance reversion essence. Indeed. I helped plot the...
So, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus joining forces with the Lord Ravager to stir up trouble in the Alchemy Commission,
That's right. You were sent here by the General to hear my confession, weren't you? If there's even a shred of empathy in you, you should understand the reason. Ever since the sedition of Imbibidor Lune, the population of the Vidyadhara has dwindled. With the High Elder exiled, a few of us preceptors had to do what we could to turn the tide. My methods might have been drastic, yet the Xianzhou natives zealously forbid any plague marks and did nothing while the Vidyadhara suffered. Danheng, Lingsha, as Vidyadhara...
I'm well aware of the challenges the Vidyadhara face, but Elder, your actions have gone beyond mere survival. You've
Oh. Despite calling ourselves a noble draconic bloodline, at our core, we're merely bipedal beasts. The survival of our kind is paramount. The sages show no mercy, as the old wisdom goes. When the High Elder abandoned our people's survival, Lingsha, Danheng, the past is behind us. But the future of the Vidyadhara still lies within your grasp.
I was initially skeptical about the Vidyadhara's betrayal of the Alliance. But after hearing your breaking the covenant of our Alliance will bring war upon the Vidyadhara. Even if we are able to have offspring again, what difference will it make?
Once my plan succeeds, the Alliance will see the Vidyadhara as their saviors. Because both parties ultimately share the same interest.
So now that survival won't convince us, you want to...
For 1,000 years, the Alliance has been engaged in brutal warfare against the denizens of abundance. Yet victory has remained beyond reach. Have you ever wondered why? Thus, the Alliance has deceitfully upheld this precarious balance. However, the Alliance's path to salvation lies within the secret of dragon transmute. Imagine if there were a way to transform other life forms into Vidyadhara. The Alliance would then possess an end. Once the war ended, these soldiers would cease reproduction, eliminating concerns of overpopulation. This is the way to salvation.
So, you relied on this rhetoric to manipulate the ignorant members of the Vidyadhara. I am deeply disappointed in you, Elder. Your thoughts and intentions are completely devoid of empathy. Cloud Knights!
Hold it! Miss Bailu!
Mr. Danheng and Sister Lingsha! Everyone's...
You think I don't know why you're really here? Jing Yuan sent you here to test me. According to the oath between the Alliance and the Vidyadhara, it's forbidden to spill Vidyadhara blood on their own territory. Are you all ready to fight?
Dragon Lady, there's no need to panic. Elder, the Vidyadhara's sacred...
You talk a big game. As if you have the nation and the people's best interest. I've said it before. Survival is never a sin. We're all Vidyadhara, so you should understand my intentions. And as a Vidyadhara, leave the Scale Gorge waterscape immediately, and appeal to the top echelons of the Alliance. Let the 6 charioteers hold a trial, and sentence me to exuviation and rebirth.
I see right through your plans, Mr. Tauron. Vidyadhara Rebirth erases past crimes, but I'm well aware of the I won't forgive myself for past sins under the pretext of knowing nothing, nor will I allow you to...
Dan Heng, I've always disliked your inability to see the bigger...
Miss Bailu, as High Elder of the Lawfu Vidyadhara, please share your thoughts at this moment.
I don't want to stay here. I'm tired of being pushed around. I'm not some puppet to be controlled. Please!
I understand. As the oath dictates, members of the Alliance are forbidden from harming Vidyadhara here. But I've long since severed ties with the Alliance. Right now, I'm simply a nameless. The oath of the Xianzhou means nothing to the spear in my hand.
Dragon Lady, are you all right?
I'm fine. Thank you for rescuing me.
You actually came here in person?
Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to hear your lofty... The public trial you seek with the 6 charioteers is inevitable. In addition, I'll write to the Sage Queller of the Feng Hu. With her...
If it's her, she will earn the respect and assent of all the Vidyadhara on the Lawfu.
In terms of martial prowess, you indeed have the upper hand. But if you're given the Vidyadhara's foundation within the Alliance, do you really think you can do anything to us? As I mentioned, I'll take all the blame and become the scapegoat. With the secrets I possess, the interrogation alone will take an eternity. And in the end, through various exchanges of interest, I am certain to survive. Lastly, a word of caution to you. I heard that Hule has escaped from prison and is headed...
Regrettably, Mr. Tauron. And just moments ago, Hule was...
I was only in the bathroom for a little bit, and you've already arranged my death? Hey, can't you play some...
You really can't keep your mouth shut.
All right, enough playing. It's time to visit my masters.
The infirmary is right over there. You can go by yourselves.
Next time, let's not play overly realistic
Well, there's not much I could do. General Fei Xiao didn't really give me any chance to shine during this wolf. If I had been in the ring, I could have knocked down 10 Hules with just...
You sound exactly like Master Yanqing. But for now, both he and Yun Li, I'm the least accomplished in swordplay. But I came out unscathed. I really ought to thank my masters for taking all... Look who's here. The beloved Trailblazer and the charming March 7th. You came to the Alchemy Commission today. Oh, I get it. Exactly! How are my masters doing it?
Unfortunately, only one master is here.
Hey, watch your words! Don't...
His injuries weren't that severe. But, well, he'll still need some more time to rest. Considering the intense battle with Hule, and then with General Fei Xiao. the rigorous sparring.
Master Yun Li, didn't...
The little babies from the Lafu just don't have the resilience that us kids from the...
I heard from Modza about the tough battle against the wolf troopers. You fought alongside Modza. Did you get hurt?
I heard a few versions of the story from the Cloud Knights who were there. The number of wolf troopers went from a few dozen...
Yun Li, go and lie down.
Got it, Lingsha.
What about that smiley...
Thank goodness you and the others found Yao Cho. He lost a lot of blood and needs to rest properly. He and Maoza are seriously wounded. All 3 from the Yaoqing are critically injured. But fortunately, the Xianzhou Laofu has a
it looks like the entire delegation from the Xianzhou Yaoqing is...
I would normally say no, because they need to rest. But alas, what can you do? General Fei Xiao just slipped out of the recovery room. She thinks she's so sneaky, but I know everything that if you're looking to meet her, the luminescent depths might be your best bet. I spotted her.
The sound of those footsteps. They must belong to General Fei Xiao.
What a coincidence. Someone else who refuses to listen to the doctor's orders.
Well, being a doctor myself, I don't think my knowledge of my own body is inferior.
The healer does not heal himself. Don't try to act tough in front of me. I'm sorry, Zhao Cho. I didn't expect you to use poison that way.
What the way you're speaking, is this really the Fei Xiao I know? Or could it be a Borisin assassin?
Zhao Cho, your eyes. You can't see anymore, can you?
I can still clearly hear the sound of the waves. That's enough for me. Don't blame yourself. You know what I'm more concerned about.
I'm not sure. There don't appear to be any changes.
I never thought I'd live to hear you discuss your health again. But thanks to Moza, I hold no grievances, Fei Xiao. I am content.
I don't know how to offer words of comfort, nor do I know much about curing. I am just a warrior, so my pledge to you is simple.
An eye for an eye.
So you were here too.
In this vast universe, there's bound to be someone who can heal your eyes. I'll find them.
The threat behind all this chaos needs to be dealt. You must already have some ideas.
The resurgence of the Sanctus Medicus and the gathering of the Borisin are merely distractions orchestrated by an unseen force, meant to divide the Alliance's attention. Unfortunately, they picked the wrong fight this time. Once we return to the Yaoqing, I vow to take down a Lord Ravager and teach the Ruined Legion the truth.
I knew it. You've always been so impatient.
I apologize for my tardiness once again. The Alchemy Commission detained me for some time for a health examination.
General, seeing you safe and sound puts our minds... Hulei's escape caused significant upheaval and forced the war dance to be put on hold. A truly unforeseen disaster.
Before Master Diviner Fu Xuan's departure for the Yutre, I consulted with her about the war dance. She left a note stating, The hexagram oscillates between thunder. She advised me to trust the younger generation's abilities, and It's just... The Xianzhou Luofu's long-standing duty of keeping Hule imprisoned ended with his death on the Sky Splitter.
However, Hule's demise might actually be a blessing in disguise. Hand over Hule's remains to the Xianzhou Yaoqing, and I'll handle the explanations to the Alliance. But what about the war dance? While the wolf hunt mission was a success, the events on the skies...
The war dance was interrupted, so it must be reconvened. As on the war dance's opening day, rogue Borison attempted to stir up panic, but was swiftly neutralized by the Merlin's Claw and the Cloud Knights. A genuine tale of
As Elder Huayan suggests, the Luofu will do its best to heal the wounded and compensate those.
This settles the immediate concerns on the Luofu. From the onset of the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, the Xianzhou...
Her attempt to infiltrate the Xianzhou with the Borison and sway the Luofu preceptors to join the Sanctus Medicus's insurrection was unsuccessful.
Rather than outright victory, Fentilia's motives seem to lie in breeding discord and chaos among allies.
The goal of the Xianzhou Alliance has not changed for thousands of years. Perhaps we should point the weapon in our...
With Elder Huayan's insight.
It's clear we're engaged in a game of chess not seen in... Predicting the Marshal's decision is beyond me, yet she's well aware of our concerns. We gathered today not just to tackle the Luofu's predicaments. Yao Guang has sent a message from the Xianzhou Yuchui, informing us that she wishes to share Jingyu. I'd like to borrow this...
Hello, everyone. It's been a long time. Over 3 decades have passed since we last convened.
Was the seer strategist thinking?
The Merlin's Claw, as blunt as always. Though you once told Jingyuan, you're lucky that I'm the one who came this time. If it were the seer strategist, this conversation might not be so friendly.
I've never heard anyone mention that the Decalite reflection barrier could eavesdrop on even the quietest whispers. It appears that the Marshal...
People have been saying that Mr. Jingyuan's intellect shines as brightly.
Seer strategist, our time with the Yellow Bell.
Alright. Thanks to Mr. Jingyuan, the interrogation of the 2 prisoners on the Yuchui, Mr. Jingyuan's speculations were correct. Of the crimes they confessed to planting a Stellaron on the Luff, their real aim was to secure a meeting with the Marshal to present their Godslayer protocol.
And what was this grand strategy?
The narrative they painted was vast and, to be precise, it's
the remains of the Swarm Author?
More accurately, it's a fragment of the Divine Body. In the future they depicted, this fragment serves as the final nail, sealing. Before reaching that point, battling the gods necessitates a larger alliance. I assume you've all heard of the famed Genius Society member number 81, Ron May, haven't you? 3, 2, 1.